This is a sports catastrophe production.
Hey there, ho there, ho there. It's Jeff Gutagummy welcoming you to another sports catastrophe on this day. Personal note, on this day, August 29th, 1981, my parents got married. Unfortunately, my dad died last February, so it's kind of a somber day recording this. Of course, on the 40th anniversary that would have been the 40th wedding anniversary in 2021, but obviously not. So anyway, may I digress. Another terrible day for the sports world happened in 2012 as Lance Armstrong, who busted the world, winning 7 Tour de France titles, ended up not getting any of them because they've been stripped by the U.S. ADA, or the U.S. Drug Administration. Lance Armstrong was a cancer survivor. He lost a testicle to cancer. In 1996, he took bronze in the Atlanta Olympics. And then for some reason, he went on this big 7-year tear between 1999 and 2005, winning all the Tour de France. The Tour de France is not as easy as it looks. They have many stages. They have to go through 3 weeks of cycling, and you got to go up through the Pyrenees Mountains and like through towns and all that. There's a lot of dangers, hills, and declines and inclines. Basically, you could get hurt. So, Lance Armstrong was a good guy, in a sense, winning 7 straight of those. Floyd Landis was upset that he lost a couple of them to Armstrong. But anyway, Landis would win one himself, but then lose it because of his drug cheating. So Lance Armstrong said he didn't cheat. He didn't use performance-enhancing drugs and all that. And yeah, performance-enhancing drugs can be made in cycling because obviously, you're going to have stamina to climb hills and go through mountain ranges. So that happened. The weird thing is, it's like he got drug tested all the time. How come he came back clean every time? They probably didn't do the right drug tests. Probably. Tour de France fucked up. So anyhow, Lance Armstrong would actually come out in 2012 and said he tested positive for drugs. He even decided to go on Oprah to do that. A lot of people were upset that Armstrong basically decided to admit his guilt first to Oprah instead of to the other media. It's kind of like Pete Rose in the in the ABC 2020 interview. But Pete Rose was doing it to promote his book, kind of. Lance Armstrong wasn't promoting the book. Oprah asked Lance the hard questions, and Lance answered them truthfully. Obviously, he's a disgrace. His cancer foundation basically lost a lot of funding, I think, because of Lance Armstrong being a freaking cheat or a hypocrite, if you will. Even worse is that there was actually a great Arthur episode called The Great McGrady, when Mrs. McGrady actually goes through cancer and all that, and the kids try to figure out how to deal with cancer. Arthur and DW give her copious amounts of soup, but basically McGrady says that it's going to take more than that to help me, and being a good friend does help. Muffy is ignorant, and Francine actually takes it hard because her grandfather died of cancer, and she's scared that McGrady will fall to cancer. And Lance Armstrong picks up her spirit, saying that being a good friend is what you need to do. So Francine does that, and McGrady, after a few weeks of chemo, is in remission. Like, her head's kind of shaved, but anyway, she wears a bandana and she's back at the school. And they gave the name Leah to McGrady because of a writer who died lately. So yeah, so that sucks how I think that episode basically gets blackballed because of Lance Armstrong. But it was a powerful episode. Jeez. So anyway, Lance Armstrong is a fucking cheat. Sorry, but it has to come out. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I don't